All right, our next topic, when to buy disability insurance. This is geared towards the resident physician specifically. Um, basically, my take is that there is misinformation given inside of the hospital from somebody. Somebody tells you to put it off is the best I can figure out. Because I would suggest buying it day one of residency and not putting this off until the very last day or beyond. The big problem here is, are you still insurable? Um, let's not kid around. If you've gone through medical school, you've probably figured out that people get injured and die a lot. But everybody dies. So, what are the chances of you becoming disabled? I don't know. Decent. Do you walk down the street? Do you cross traffic? Maybe you look both ways, maybe you don't. I've certainly heard that a significant quantity of people that show up in the trauma center were they fell from standing up. It wasn't, something big and dramatic like they fell out of a building. Um, so let's keep that in mind. You regret a lot of things that you don't take care of. How much insurance would you like to buy on your house as it's on fire? All of it. That's the correct answer. But it's not available once it's not available. So let's remember, disability insurance is one of the most difficult ones to obtain. Everything needs to be working. If it isn't working right now, they will exclude it from the policy unless something bizarre were to happen. So, say you've had troubles with your foot or your wrist or whatever it may be in the past. You've seen a doctor. It's now working. They're probably still going to exclude that from coverage unless, say you're in a car accident and your wrist was the problem years ago, but it's fine now. It's excluded from the policy. If your wrist gets crushed while you're in a car accident, they're going to cover it. So it's not necessarily as bad as it sounds. They just don't want to buy a claim, meaning you've already got an injury. They don't want to have to pay for that injury. So, it makes sense. And you wouldn't want a policy with a company that did that because they're probably going to be insolvent before too long. So, how much are your student loans? What would happen if you didn't have a policy? Where would you be in life? That little group policy they give you, it's great if you cannot get other coverage. It's amazing. But if you qualify, an extra 5,000, 6,000 plus a month in income tax free, if something were to happen to you, God forbid, is going to be a huge difference in your life. If you have kids, if you have a spouse, this is important stuff. And brushing it off and saying I can't afford it, I would suggest that's a pretty irresponsible way to look at this. I won't tell you what to do, but I will certainly suggest that you need to give that some real thought, especially if there are people that are counting on you. So if you'd like to discuss this topic any further, debate it at all, argue with me, shoot me an email, give me a call.